everyone! So in my last video about Jainism, I talked about the term God and why Jains tend to use it. If you want to watch that video, you can click here, and if you want to watch a video on the basics of Jainism, you can click here. All links will also be in the description and at the end screen, and probably in that fancy I button that's in one of these two corners. So if you are all caught up, today I will be talking about the life of a Thirthankar. To catch you up, Thirthankars are human beings who have achieved the highest form of moksha or nirvana. There are 24 of them, and they are the primary beings that we worship. There are 5 major stages in a Thirthankar's life, and these are called Kalyanaks. These 5 Kalyanaks are simply an outline for how a Thirthankar's life typically goes. However, every Thirthankar is an individual human being with their own story. So the first Kalyanak is the Chavan Kalyanak. Chyavan. And the Chavan Kalyanak is when the future Thirthankar is conceived. Well, this is a controversial topic right now. It's a widely held belief within Jains that life starts at conception. So during Chavan Kalyanak, the main thing that happens is that the mother gets 14 auspicious dreams that lets them know that someone special is arriving. The second Kalyanak is the Janm Kalyanaks, Janma. The Janm Kalyanaks starts with the birth of the Thirthankar and ends when the Thirthankar decides to take Diksha. Essentially, this is the Kalyanak where the Thirthankar lives a normal life. Well, as normal as the life of a royal child who is going to become a Thirthankar can be. When the child is born, Lord Indra takes the baby to Mount Meru, where 56 Dikkumaris are waiting to perform an abhishek, which is a kind of puja, on the child. You can think of it as a baptism of sorts because the child is bathed and it's a celebration of the child's future as a Thirthankar. If you look into the individual stories of each Thirthankar, you can see that this is where these little kids essentially start to perform acts of bravery and valor, and as they grow older they become kings and queens and begin to rule over lands and have vast wealth, because in order to be a Thirthankar you have to be born royal. And that makes the next Kalyanak a very massive change. The third Kalyanak is Diksha Kalyanaks, Diksa. Diksha Kalyanak is of course when the future Thirthankar decides to take Diksha. Diksha is when a person chooses to renounce all of their worldly possessions and become a monk or a nun. For a future Thirthankar, this means all possessions except for a Dev Dushya, which is a holy white cloth. You don't even have shoes, you don't have any food, you don't have anything. During Diksha Kalyanak, a Thirthankar opts to do many fasts and meets a lot of people and truly begins their holy journey to becoming a Thirthankar. And this journey is really furthered when they reach the 4th Kalyanak, which is Keval Kalyanaks. Kevalgnan. So Keval Gnan is one of the 5 types of Gnan or knowledge in Jainism. Keval Gnan is the supreme knowledge or omniscience. Therefore, the Keval Kalyanak is when the Thirthankar achieves this omniscience and really becomes the Thirthankar that everyone sees. They are still walking among men and are still human. They have achieved the power of a Thirthankar. And this is where they really gain a lot of their followers and devotees. And that leads us to the final Kalyanak, the 5th Kalyanak, which is Nirvana Kalyanaks. So the Nirvana Kalyanak, which I'm assuming you know how to spell based on the band from the 90s, is exactly what it sounds like. This is when the Thirthankar finally achieves nirvana and becomes a Thirthankar. Nirvana or moksha means ending the cycle of birth and rebirth. So their human body has finally died and their soul has risen up to moksha and is everlasting, which is really nice. And that is the typical life of a Thirthankar with the 5 Kalyanaks. A special thanks to Katrina Eames for giving me the idea for this video. I would not have thought to make this without her, so thank you so much. And also a massive thank you to her for looking over this script and making sure that I wasn't being too confusing with all of the terms. And also thank you so much for your kind words on my Jainism basics video and my other Jainism videos. If you want to learn more about Jainism, I will have a playlist linked down below and at the end screen where you can watch all of my videos on Jainism. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this and many others. And that is it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye! And Jai Janindra!